I have a crazy catfish story.
Okay,
I
speak
got.
on it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, but speak on it.
It's like a little bit long though, so I don't know if we could.
Bro, listen. We are not Adam. We actually love and appreciate Lush's stories.
You are really. This is like a nuclear bomb. I don't know if we're ready. Like, let's just set the tone for it
Okay.
for a future date.
Nah, speak on it right now.
Lush's catfish story.
Yeah, speak on it.
It takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so what? Bro, we got like 2 hours.
All right. Oh, God, man, I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
Okay.
So, in 2001,
2000. God
Wow.
damn.
2001, I was 19 years old,
Yeah, got you early.
and I had moved to the Bay Area. I was in a sober living house.
Okay.
I was fresh out of rehab. I'm in a city called San Leandro. It's right outside of Oakland, California. And in the room that I was living in, not just in the house, but in the room that I lived in, there was a norteño, there was 2 Hells Angels, there was a random tweaker,
Gangs.
Dang, you just had a mixture of
2 Hells Angels, a norteño, random tweaker fool, and a gay dude with AIDS who slept right above me, pause, on the bunk bed above me, all right? So shouts to the homie, all right? He was a good dude. And so it was like I wasn't living a luxurious life whatsoever, right?
No, absolutely not.
Downstairs, there's a computer. This computer had AOL. This is even like before AIM, it was AOL.
Yeah.
And I would like use one of the Hells Angels had it, and I would use this computer and I would spend hours a day on AOL. Now, back in the day, you had AOL profiles and you would like list the different things you liked and you could search for people with common interests. I'm on AOL one day and I had bumped a few bitches on AOL over the years and shit. So I was like, okay, cool. Some random chick hits me up. Now, bear in mind, at this time,
Yeah.
I had 10 committed relationships. I had 10 girlfriends. Not 10 girls that I was talking to and fucking with. I had 10 girlfriends.
Like committed, like I'm your man, like
Yeah.
you're my girl.
Yeah. A bunch of them I
How
met
do you
in
talk to them?
Bruh, like it was
That's a lot of time.
It was a full-time job.
Yeah.
It was all
Nah,
consuming.
It was
like,
overtime.
And I was like, there's really one girl that I liked, but she wasn't like fully committing to me.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking to all these other women because like my heart just had a massive hole in it, and I was off drugs and I'm in a new city. So I'm just like talking. I met like a random girl out there. I had a girl in Kentucky. I had multiple girls in LA. I had a girl in Syracuse, New York. I had like they were across the map, right?
Yeah.
And this random chick hits me up from Phoenix, Arizona. And I was like, all right. Like, she's like, oh, I see that you like underground hip hop. You're a fan of The Grouch and Eli and da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, a fan of them. Like, I'm a part of the group. Like, I'm already capped into this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I live with them. What do you mean? Like, so we're like going back and forth, chopping it up. She like sends me her pic. Pick is like this, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like now remember this is an important part of the story. Because the pic was like this, and I just saw big ass titties, you feel me? And like,
she's fat as fuck.
this is before the coveted elusive fat girl angle.
Yeah,
right?
come on now.
She takes the picture like this, and I was like, okay, she kind of cute, and she got some big ass titties. I'm a fan of titties.
Fat as fuck.
This is gonna work, but she didn't look but like she looked
Good.
she looked cool. And then like she was all into me, like, oh, I like Italian boys. Da, 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 da. We're going back and forth. She keeps wanting to meet up with me in person, but the reality is I live in a halfway house. I'm broke as fuck. I have like a minimum wage job at a record store, so I have like no way of actually getting to meet her.
car?
But no, I had no car,
God
nothing,
damn.
bro. I'm broke as fuck. I'm living in a room with fucking. I told you my living conditions. I have AIDS.
That's LA though, right? Or
We're in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
No, this is not LA. This is
California though, like that's normal. Though.
bro, I'm in a fucking halfway house for drug addicts.
Ah, got you.
You know what I mean? Like,
bad.
I have a curfew every night, and they're
God
testing my
damn.
piss and like the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
And then, she keeps expecting me. I keep saying I'm gonna fly out to see her.
Shit,
never
happened.
do.
Yeah.
She actually lives in a town called Mesa, Arizona. Have you ever heard of Mesa
Yes,
before?
I heard of it.
It is the largest suburbs, I believe, in America. It's like got a huge population, and it's all suburbs.
Very rich.
Right. It's you know, upper middle class to affluent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not on the poorer side of things.
It's really right.
So one day, eventually she has sent me a cell phone. She worked at Verizon, blah, 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 blah.
Man.
Like, she's really trying to, like, lock me in. She finally is like, you know, fuck it, I'm just going to buy you a plane ticket. You want to come visit me for 2 weeks? And I was like, this is the greatest decision I made. I was like, let's make it 4 days. All right. Like, just 4 days, 3 nights. All right. And she's like, cool. Buys the tickets.
Yeah.
All right. So I fly out to Sky Harbor Airport,
Yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona. I land. I get out. I can't believe I'm telling y'all this story.
Bruh.
I get out.
Yes.
I'm in the terminal. Don't see this bitch anywhere. I'm like, where the fuck is she at? Get on the phone. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna say her name. It starts with an H. Hey H. Hey Holly. Where you at? I don't see you here. And she's all like, I'm here. I'm like, where you at? I don't see you. She's like, I'm wearing a brown sweater. I'm like, all right, cool. Hang up the phone. I'm like, brown sweater. I don't see anyone in a brown sweater. Only person I see in a brown sweater is this fat Bill.
Oh, wow. How big was
So,
she?
bruh, she was a fucking, she was for sure a middle linebacker for the fucking Dallas Cowboys, fool. Or at least the
5'11".
Arizona, bro. This bitch
Was she tall?
she's a big girl. That's a lot of women right there. And I like, you know, thicker side of, this is egregious. This is egregious. Now, the story's not done. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
It gets crazy what happened, all
Okay,
right?
that's a nasty nigga, man.
Bro, okay, so check this out. So, and she has, you know how a lot of girls have like a gay best friend? All right, so she has her gay best friend with her. I've talked to the gay best friend before. He seems cool, whoopty whoopty whoop. Like, I'm like, oh, what's up, Holly? Good to see you. Like, I'm like horrified, right? She's like, all right, I'm gonna go hop in the car, swing around. You guys go get the bags. Justin's gonna help you. I'm like, all right. So I'm walking with Justin, and then I must have looked like I seen Casper and his entire entourage because Justin's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing's wrong, bro. He's like, come on, what's wrong, Nick? I know something's wrong. And I'm like, dude, she didn't tell me that she was, I didn't know that she was, and he's all, this motherfucker says, oh no, not again. I'm like, so this bitch is professional catfish before catfishes, right? Get the bags, hop in the whip, go back to her crib. Her parents are out of town. Now she has a brother and she has a sister and she has a best friend, homegirl. They're all over, right? Brother has a girlfriend, all right? The best friend is fine. She's like a fine rockabilly looking chick. The brother's girlfriend
It's fine.
is a blonde stripper named Jenna Lynn. Bad as fuck. You feel me? Like she's like on some Krishan Rock, like probably missing a tooth, but like still sexy and like
They all got the bad host, and you got stuck with the ugly bitch.
now, and the sister is fine too.
Damn.
But here's the thing about the sister. I was like, oh, your little sister. I thought it was her little sister because you know we're gonna go back to the IQ theory from earlier. Now the little sister was actually her older sister.
God
she was
damn.
like 25, but she was like special needs or some shit. And she had like a fucking NSYNC poster on her wall. She was like,
And she was bad as
mentally-
fuck?
She was fine,
A Down
right?
syndrome chick?
She showed
Oh,
me
man,
she's
this
not
nigga-
Down syndrome, but she, you feel me? There's a few chromosomes that weren't firing on all
This is a
cylinders.
wild boy.
So she's all, I'm not
That's
gonna.
that's a wild nigga, man.
I'm not gonna diagnose her, but she's like, "You want to see my room?" Like, and she had like,
That's what the fuck
she had like,
shit out of that.
listen,
Autistic
listen,
bitch, man.
all right, listen. So then, like, I'm just like traumatized at this point, right? I'm like, I'm ready to leave already. I'm stuck here for a few days. Like, go outside in the little back area. There's like mosquito netting and all that, right? Smoking a cigarette. The stripper chick's out there with me, and she's all like, "Man, this sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, tell me about it." She's like, "My boyfriend is so fucking lame." I'm like, "Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, he does look pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie." She's like,
Cop blocking.
and then she's like, I'm so ready to leave this fool. I'm just so sick of him. And then I'm like, yeah, you know, like I got brought out here by this fucking fat bitch. Like, she thinks that she's my girlfriend, but like, there's no way I'm fucking with her. She's out of her damn skull, right? Then she's all like, to be honest with you, the only person that I'm feeling here is you. And I was like, huh, well, what a coinky dink. Because the only one that I'm feeling is you. And I was like, but here's the thing. She's like, well, we should whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, no, we can't because, you know, the fat bitch and her brother. And da-da-da-da. Now, mind you, sidebar, her and her brother were dancing very inappropriately with each other.
Really?
They were dancing very close. Like, she was, like, freaking him.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yo,
like, that's just, like,
Virginia?
a part of the story
She
that
white?
is... They're white, yes.
Okay, well,
He's
from
like,
Virginia.
all these people are white, okay? So, then we go inside. The fat chick's starting to catch wind that I'm not happy, so she's getting like irritated, like oh my god, like what's wrong, Nikki? You don't like me? I was like, no, like I'm like kissing her to make her feel better, and then the stripper chick's like really trying to press the line. The brother's drunk as fuck and kind of incoherent at this point, and so the stripper chick's like, hey, Holly, how about I make out with you, then you make out with him, then I make out with him. Like, she's trying to and I can tell Holly's getting more and more uncomfortable. I'm like, yo, this is getting kind of crazy, right? Then the stripper's like, I need a pack of cigarettes. Why don't you come to the store with me? And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to the store with you. Because, I know what the fuck's going to happen if I go to the store with you.
Yeah. Ain't trying to get shot.
No, exactly.
Your
Like,
issue
I'm
is you want to get caught or okay, because like my only issue is I don't want to get caught, but I would have definitely went through with it.
Of course, but I don't dude, I'm in a...
You got flown out somewhere in a random place you don't know. I feel you.
Yeah, I don't know, her brother is gonna you feel me? I'm in his crib. He a big ass fool, by the way, too. He for sure got me in a squabble, and I don't know what kind of fucking corn-fed ass fucking cactus licking fucking redneck Arizona white boys he got over there.
No, that's a fact.
I'm fucking smooth, right? So then she's like, I'm like, no, I'm not going to the store with you. Then she's like, she says to her boyfriend, because he's all drunk, tell him to go to the store with me. And he's like, hey, go to the store with my girlfriend. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to. He's like, no, go to the fucking store with my fucking girlfriend. And I was like, no, bro, trust me, you don't want me to go to the store. I'm like trying to tell him without telling him, like, you do not want me to go to the store with your girl.
Yeah.
Then this motherfucker, he says, I'll never forget this to this day. Now, mind you, I look like a complete douchebag. Yeah. I have a fucking white visor with the pink Playboy bunny on. You feel me?
What?
Yeah. Like, I look like a fucking douchebag, right? Now, this guy says, stop being such a stuck-up LA asshole and take my girl to the fucking store.
Oh, man.
I said, all right, bro. I'll take your girl to the store. We get in the car.
Fuck the shit out of her.
We're driving like this. She's like swerving. She's so fucking drunk. She like pulls over like a half a block down. Start making out. Blah, blah, blah. Titties pop out. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, I put your fucking dick in my mouth. Blah. So I'm like, just like pushing this bitch's head like this, like a fucking, like I'm Randy Savage, right? Yeah. And she's like gagging, choking all over, like damn near throwing up on my shit. And then she's like, no, she's like, could like slow down, like you're so aggressive, like she's like, it kind of hurts. I was like, no, trust me, it feels great. Trust me, right? And then this is like the most impressive thing about this girl, right? She was so psychically in tune to what's going on, the intricacies of the cock, that she knew before I was about to nut. Like, I thought I'm about to nut down her throat. She literally pulls up off the dick and puts her titty right there. So I nut on her titty, and like in a Jedi mind trick, Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off maneuver, as the cum is coming out of my dick, she already has a tissue out. She is like, she like wipes it off. Like, I don't know what kind of sorcery this bitch was on. I'm like, okay, I instantly regret what happens. Like, before the nut is even like exited my balls, I'm already regretting what I did, right? But it was great. And then she's all she's like, what's your name again? And I'm like, Nick. She's like, I can fucking love you. And then like I was like, all right, bitch. Like, let's go back. Yeah. So, long story short, all right, short story long. By the end of the weekend, not only did I fuck the fat bitch, the fat bitch out, I fucked the retarded sister and her best friend. So I caught 4 bodies. You fucked
Now, listen.
I'm sorry, ladies. I'm
That's
sorry.
golden.
I'm
That's
sorry.
golden.
She wasn't that retarded.
Now-
all right, it was just like
Now, listen, man. Like the other stuff is cool, but like I'm interested in how was the autistic pussy?
fire, bro. She was going dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, literally.
My nigga, man.
Lush is a wild boy.
Yo. Yeah.
So
So that was the story
Whoa,
affectionately
whoa,
known. Yeah,
wait.
we could answer more questions for sure.
Wait.
It's called Catfished by a Fat Bitch. Okay.
That's
Classic
not
Lush one.
Skip,
One of my favorite stories.
right? Again, that story was amazing.
That whole thing needs to get clipped, Remo.